Hello, today is August 17th, 2021. Trading is closed. Our disclaimer always comes first. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, August 18th, 2021. Just remember, I can be completely wrong and all trade should be at your own risk. Looking for the pattern with the early low, and that's it. And tomorrow's pattern should have the early high. It's looking for a top here. I said the only thing that would invalidate it would be to significantly go over this high. Didn't really define significantly, but that's pretty bullish. I said the one thing that would kill it, of course, would be if we had another bearish formation. Well, what counts really isn't where we close, but where we open. That's a sharp move down, and that's a bearish formation. Just a reminder of what we said. I had words of caution, but I said it would take another bearish formation for me to think it's a false move, and it was obvious from the open it was a false move. We didn't get the most common things after mixed signals. Sometimes just neither one of those things happen. Now we had some targets, 44.5806 optional, 44.5747. They printed, note the resistance right at that level. I always feel good when I cross numbers off the list. 44.2979, 44.2539 get crossed off. Here's resistance, here's support right there. We had too many failed targets. 4 were down to 7 for the year, and 3 of them are quite close. And I'd be surprised if we didn't see them all and perhaps some more before the decline's through. During the day, MEJT said this rally was false, would retrace, said this drop is false, would retrace, said this rally was false, would retrace, and that's already happened. Yellow lines are resistance from the morning pattern. Futures are down as I'm recording this. That doesn't mean we have to open down, but if we do, it means this resistance held. This is the wave count we had that's compatible with this leg being over. I couldn't make this work for a top. Here's where I thought the top was, and I said the only way this would work would be if we had an expanded flat. Well, here's an ABC with C equal to twice A, so that's an expanded flat. Now that's probably the end of wave A of some degree. And when this rally here is complete, we should have another leg down. Now this is a 50% retrace of the drop, and it's one of the places that's logical for the recovery to end, but of course it's not the only place. Now this is something called a 2B top. Here's the day of the high. You promptly trade under the low of the day. So that is a reversal formation, calls for lower prices with a stop is 1 cent over this high. So that's negative. It's a negative formation. That doesn't mean we have to drop tomorrow, but we traded under all these lows and then we closed over all of them. So if we can hold this at the open, now futures are saying we won't, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't tell us what happens tomorrow morning. If we hold this over all these lows, it's a rejection of the break, and you should see higher prices tomorrow, whether or not we close higher. But if we gap down, particularly if we gap under this, this should be a major reversal and a major top and a pretty big drop. And this just summarizes what we said. So we have this is the end of an ABC up and an ABC of some kind. So when this ends, we're looking for this to hold and another drop. Now Wednesday's pattern has a early high we could gap down. Usually it's a bullish day with a final hour high. Failure is a straight line drop. If we hold on to the drop we have in futures, it could be a severe straight line drop, but there's no guarantee that we hold it in the morning. I'm just saying that's what happens if we do. Once again, the signals are mixed. It's bullish. We gap down, hit a lower low, closed over all the intraday lows, and also we undercut prior lows and closed over them. So that's a bullish formation if it's held at tomorrow's open. It's negative the day after hitting a new all-time high. We traded under the low of the day. It's called a 2B top. It says lower prices are coming. Stop over yesterday's high. If the wave count is right, we don't know that, but if it is, yesterday's high should hold. And once this rebound completes, we should have another strong move down. Well, this is the classic 2B whipsaw. If that's what it is, this high should hold, and there should be a significant drop coming from here. Gaps like this do tend to fill at some time. So regardless of how much we drop, I would think we'd recover, but we have a lot of ground to make up on the downside first. The sentiment indicators, as I've been saying, show too much optimism from the retail crowd. And all we really need to do to complete this formation is to complete this leg up, undercut this low, and ideally close there. So tomorrow has a really high. Typically it's a rally day, but the failure is a straight line drop. If this was the end of the move, it's going to be a straight line drop tomorrow, and it could be a very ugly one. And that is today's call.